What's up, YouTube? Mike from Truth. Today, no money spent. How do you want to complete the live series collections at MLB The Show 2023? Now, I'm not one of those players to drop any money on this game. Never have, never will. Who in their right mind would spend for stubs? Come on. I mean, I understand if you're making content, if you're a content creator, maybe you want to spend some money for stubs. Just kidding. Don't buy stubs, boys. Come on. It's easy to make stubs the right way. Now, you might be looking at my stub count. 72,000, right? Wow, you don't have that many stubs, right? Go watch my stub video. Look at that. 241 Jeffrey Springs. Stubs. 50 Alec Manoahs. Stubs. Oops, that's not Shane Bieber. 174 Shane Bieber. Now, I know he's getting rocked by the Yankees right now, all right? But I'll explain all this in time to come. So how do you want to complete the live series collection, right? Well, the first thing you want to do, I would say, you want to play the game. Playing the game, no money spent. You want to play smart. First thing you want to do, knock out these conquests for the team affinities you want to do. I only decided to do two team affinities because that's just kind of what I wanted to do. By the time I got to the Central, I was like, none of these Central cards are really good and usable for me on God Squad team, right? But I did the West and the East, chose some cards I wanted to do, knockout showdown, blah, blah, X, Y, and Z, play the game. Look at that. I've spun this wheel so many times, all silver rewards, of course, but still. It's not that hard to get XP this season by just playing the game, and you're going to get all these things, right? Sell these guys, you get stubs. I believe you can sell these guys, get stubs, right? Pull some of these cards, sell them, get stubs. Ball ones to have a pack? No, all right. My pack luck, not great, right? But you are going to get occasionally a couple good pulls, especially from Conquest, doing the map and everything, right? So you want to do that, and then what do you want to do? You want to not open packs. Let me just say that again. Do not open packs. Look at that. Bronze packs. Let's see. Gold. All right. 600 stubs. Now, right here, you don't want to hit quick sell now. You don't want to hit sell now, right? Because look at this. The max I can get right here is 600 stubs. And if I go to Danny Jansen in the marketplace, if we look up how much Danny Jansen is going for, can we make more than 600 stubs on that? If I was to sell him and put the highest sell order in at 733 stubs, I'm still making an extra 60 stubs. So you want to do this every single time you pull packs, right? All right, that's all the obvious stuff. Now, how do we really go about completing the actual live series collection, right? Because what I just told you, that's kind of common sense. Nothing new, right? So what you want to do, as you play the game and as you complete the XP reward path, start locking in these cards. As you can see, look at that, 23 out of 40. I already have all these lower tier cards locked in for most of these collections, right? 22 out of 40. Now we're already at 30 out of 40, right? 660 for Danny Jansen right there. So look at that. We're knocking it out right here just by playing the game. And then obviously you're going to be left with some of them, not the Tigers. That's not the right team to be looking for higher overall cards, right? Oh man, not the Royals either. All right, nope. Let's go to the Angels, right? The Angels, obviously you're not going to be able to lock in Ohtani and Trout, right? Because let's see. 147K stubs. I know you guys don't have that lying around, right? So what you want to do, the first thing, how do you make stubs and MLB The Show to complete the live series collection? Now, no money spent. Honestly, I'm probably not going to be doing the live series collection, right? I could. Right now, I have investments worth up to 1.5 mil stubs. So honestly, I could do the collection. I'm just about there. But I don't know. The main thing about the collection this year is you have to remember is that these cards, the rewards, they're core cards. So they're not going to expire as the season progresses. Set 1 cards, they're going to expire after Season 2. And set 2 cards will expire after Season 3. But these core 99 overalls that have pretty good stats. We got Mark McGwire right here. He's not going to go anywhere. Then we look at the NL reward. We got none of these guys are really usable. Maybe you could use Hank Aaron with the pinch hitting for lefties, but Sammy Sosa, he's good. Some of these cards are endgame, and they're not going to go anywhere for the entire season, right? And then obviously you got Derek Jeter over here. Derek Jeter, he's endgame as well. I don't like to put all my eggs in one basket, though, and obviously you're all going to know that there's cards you just go with and cards you suck with. Who knows? Let's say, I did the entire collection, spent 1.5 mil, and I hit 250 with Derek Jeter. Now, some of you might be saying, user error. You're probably right, but still, it's a risk you guys are taking. So what you want to do is drop investments strategically to make stubs. First off, you're going to want to, like I said, play the game and sell packs, but more importantly, you want to invest in specific cards and play the marketplace. Flipping cards, I'm not a huge fan of it. I think it's awful, but strategically playing roster updates, I think that's a good move. Look at this right here. For example, Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso right here. Right now he's 1890 stubs. Sell now. So I could buy him for 1891, right? Yesterday night, Pete Alonso was 1600 stubs. So the reason his price went up, he's probably having a good game today. I don't even have to know. even the inside edge, his inside edge being high, that will bait, lower tier players into thinking Pete Alonso is going diamond. Now, Pete Alonso might actually be going diamond, so it is a card worth looking into. But just stuff like that. Now, also you can look at the matchups. One thing that I took advantage of was I went to Jeffrey Springs, right? This was a couple days before opening day. I looked at Jeffrey Springs. Who is Jeffrey Springs' first couple starts against? His first start was against the Detroit Tigers. 6 no-hit innings. You guys saw the live series collection of the Detroit Tigers earlier, right? They suck. They're awful. All silvers. Come on, Matt Vierling's batting leadoff. Now, I'm a Phillies fan, so I don't know, but no disrespect on Matt Vierling or Nick Maiden, right? But anyways, Jeffrey Springs obviously deal in the first start. Second start, who was it against? The Oakland Athletics. Another dominant performance. How much did I buy him for? Let's see. Look at that marketplace trend. Look at around 4-2. I bought him right at that low point for about 160 stubs per Jeffrey Springs. And you'll see right here, or maybe you won't, I don't know. Oh yeah, there we go. I have 241 sellable Jeffrey Springs. I had 600 at one point. I sold some of these Jeffrey Springs for over 1,000 stubs per piece, bought them for 160. So I literally made 9 times the stubs. And so you're telling me I made 800 stubs profit per one card, and I sold 400 of them. 800 times 400, that's 320K just by strategically looking at the matchups and just predicting he's going to do well. And honestly, at the price that I bought him at 160, there wasn't much risk that he was going to do bad, right? If he did bad, I could still probably sell all these cards and not take much of a loss, maybe even gain some with the flipping method, right? So looking at stuff like that is one thing you're going to want to do. Another person I took advantage of was Matt Chapman. We're going to go over here to the third baseman, and we're going to go to Matt Chapman. I bought 500 Matt Chapmans at about $250 per Matt Chapman. And now look at him, he's $1,500. Obviously, he had the start of the season. He's hitting, 500 with like a 1.3 OPS. That's ridiculous. Did I get lucky? Yeah. But at the same time, I kind of looked at Matt Chapman's last performance last season. I kind of figured Matt Chapman's a good player. He's not going to be a 79 overall for most of the season. And it was low risk. You want to target these low risk players that have performances that can pop off and basically bait the marketplace. Anthony Santander, he's a well-known MLB figure, right? Now, I might be losing out on this investment. Look at this. 299 Anthony Santanders. I bought each of these at 140 stubs. Obviously, Anthony Santander, I thought he was going to have a good performance, good start to the year. He's having a slow start to the season. He's hitting below 200, I believe. So obviously, look at the sell now. His sell now is 120. So I bought all these at 140 stubs, and I could sell them for $215 each and still make a 50 stub profit. So there's not really much risk as of right now, and I'm going to actually hold on to these and see if he can have a couple performances where his price can go up. It's a low risk, super high reward, as you can see with Matt Chapman and Jeffrey Springs. So that's where you want to actually put a lot of your stubs. And another reason you want to do that is because, yeah, you might be saying you're locking your stubs into, these investments, right? But what do you think live series is? If you're a no money spent player and you're doing the live series collections, the strategy is going to be target AL first or target NL first, right? Because it takes a long time to get both of these cards done, right? And if you're not targeting a specific division, there might be a couple week gap in between the time you get Sammy Sosa and the time you get Mark McGwire. So you want to target one of the specific divisions. That way you can get one of these 99 overalls first. And so my point here is that you got to actually, you're locking in your stubs anyway. Your stubs are getting locked in. Let's say you have the Angels collection, right? You're doing the AL first. You're locking in Ohtani and Trout. That's 500K stubs locked in, never going anywhere. And if you're not completely done these other teams for the AL, investments is a little bit of a smarter move in my opinion, especially because we know that these cards are going to end up going down in price as the season continues. We haven't even had our first stub sale of the season, and typically with a stub sale, what that means is the supply of stubs goes up, so people are ripping more packs, the quantity of cards goes up, people are pulling, right? So initially these cards might go up in price, but a week, a couple of days after the stub sale, they're going to crash a little bit. Cards like this, Mookie Betts is 168. He might be like 140 after the stub sale, for example. So there's going to be better buying opportunities for cards like this if you're a no money spent player. You have to be patient, and you have to know how to play the market, like I said. So locking in your stubs into investments, I think, is a good strategy because, like I said, it's not really rigid. One thing I will suggest is buying the MLB The Show 22 app. MLB The Show 22. What am I saying? Shut up, idiot, right? MLB The Show 23 app, and you're going to want to flip cards on there. You're not flipping cards. I just call it that. But what you actually want to do there is you're going to want to put in a bunch of orders. It's so easy. You literally just, you put the buy now order in and you basically just keep tapping. Put in like 300 cards, 300 orders for a card that you want overnight. And I say overnight because I've noticed that the market trends, it trends to decrease in price overnight. And especially because it kind of sucks waiting all day to see if your investments are going up. And there's a lot of activity during the actual morning and PM hours, in my opinion. So prices are changing. You might get undercut and shortcut. So basically what I'm saying here is you look at Reese Hoskins. Let's not look at Reese Hoskins. Jeez, he doesn't even have a leg. So let's actually look at, AJ Pollock, he got supercharged actually, but besides that one game where he had a couple homers, he's not been doing good this season. So I wouldn't recommend AJ Pollock necessarily. And I will post a roster update prediction video soon. Beat the other YouTube content creators, right? If you guys smash subscribe and smash the like button. Also going to be dropping gameplay, so make sure you guys support that and support this, and we'll be getting that out soon. But what I'm saying is, right now he's 177, right? If I come, it's 7:19 Eastern time right now, PM. If I come back on here at 11:30 PM, I would probably guess that he's probably going to be around 160, and then overnight I'll put in 200 orders at 161, and I'll wake up and I'll have most of those orders fulfilled. If not, it's super easy. You go to my active orders. Look at this. I literally did it last night. Look at how fast I can cancel all these orders, right? And look at this. As you can see, this is proof the method works. I'm doing it myself. I have a ton of stubs in profit. I was able to sell Matt Chapman, selling them for 2.2K. Crazy profit. Good risk. Good. It's a good risk because the reward is there, and it's low risk as well. So that's how you're going to want to be doing the MLB The Show live series collection if you're going to do it. And honestly, like I said, no money spent. I wouldn't recommend doing it. I see the value of the core cards, but at the same time, look at my team. Like, all of these cards, they're good players, and they got pretty good stats too. Like, I'm hitting 350 with most of these cards. So honestly, I don't know who I would want to replace even, right? So you got to factor that into mind and make the decision that's best for you guys. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, and thanks for watching, boys. Let's go.